So let me ask you, Secretary, Mr. Chair, how did you meet Cassandra Ong?
Okay.
And when was this and where was this meeting happen? Sino pong tumawag? Who called the Chairman Tenko or PAGCOR to arrange this meeting?
Well, ang sekretary ko po ang nag-arrange ng meeting.
Yun po ang tunay na ipinakikiusap ni Cassandra Cassie Leong at ni Attorney Harry Roque. So, yun po hindi po kami naku-confuse, Congressman Adjong.
Naku, klaro naman ata kay Secretary Tenko that you were there in that meeting. And you were with Cassie Ong, who apparently was connected. I guess she's still connected with Lucky South 99. How can you convince us that there has nothing to do, your presence there has nothing to do with Lucky South 99, Mr. Chair? So, ibig sabihin, sa mga ating mga nanonood po, klaro na po na tama, dalawang company ito, dalawang kumpanya, pero run by the same person. I'd like to ask Secretary Roque, did you do your due diligence?
Pero
Mr. Chair, that
itong
was not
kasi
a question that was manifested.
Wait.
Chairman, point of order.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Point of order,
Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
point of order.
Alam mo naman, this chair is speaking. Please answer truthfully. I think you are hiding something. And later on, we will be finding it out.
Kakapasok lang na balita. Grabe, nagalit ang Kongreso kay Attorney Harry Roque matapos sabihin sa kanya ng mga congressman, abogado talaga siya ng pogo. Kulong dapat ang hatol sa kulungan. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, nawala bigla ang daldal ni Attorney Harry Roque matapos makaharap ng Muslim na congressman. Umamin kasi ang PAGCOR ang nakakausap nila ay si Attorney Harry Roque at hindi mga abogado daw ng Lucky South 99. Pero bakit pakilala niya, abogado din siya ng Whirlwind ayon sa mga congressman. Pinapaikot tayo dito ni Attorney Harry Roque. Abogado talaga siya ng Whirlwind at Lucky South 99. Nilaglag na siya mismo ni Chairman Al Tenco sa pagharap niya dito sa hearing. Galamay siya dito ni Cassandra Leong. Kulong dapat ang hatol sa kulungan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Joint Chairs, let me go back a little bit. I know these questions have already been asked to former Secretary Roque, but allow me, Mr. Chair, to further clarify the details that happened in that particular meeting. Mr. Chair, Attorney Roque, you mentioned po in the previous committee hearing that some of the officers or officials of Whirlwind Company and perhaps the Lucky South 99 do not and cannot speak English. Am I correct?
Yung pong pagkakaintindi ko, hindi lang po sa Lucky South pero sa karamihan po ng mga pogo. Kasi sila po talaga nagpapatakbo noong electronic casino na binobroadcast sa China. Kaya rin po nagkakaroon na sila ng mga pogo hubs para hindi na sila makahalubilo.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair. If I may if I may request the Secretary Roque to just answer this representation with yes or no kasi natanong naman. So yes, I took that as a yes. No? So would you know, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque, does Cassandra Leong, the representative of Lucky South 99, no? Can she speak English and understand English?
Well, ang pagkakakilala ko po kay Cassandra, siya po ay marunong mag-Chinese, nag-aral po sa China, at siya nga po ay translator para dito sa mga Lucky South.
So pwede po siyang magsalita ng Tagalog or English, no?
Opo.
So that does mean that Ms. Cassandra Ong can communicate directly with the Chairman Al Tenco or PAGCOR?
Pwede po.
Pwede. So, ibig sabihin po, hindi na ho kailangan, Mr. Chair, that Cassandra Ong does not necessarily need your assistance to go to PAGCOR and have that meeting in relation to the RERs that they need to pay. Am I correct?
Kailangan po kasi nung mga panahon na yon, ang representante ng Lucky South sa PAGCOR ay si Mr. Dennis Conanan.
Okay. So, let me ask you, Secretary, Mr. Chair, how did you meet Cassandra Ong?
Okay.
And when was this and where was this meeting happen?
Natapos na po yung eleksyon, bumalik na po ako sa pribadong buhay at ako po ay promoting renewable energy projects. Isa po sa pinopromote ko talaga ay yung Sogod Power sa Cebu at kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, na-meet ko po ang isang representative ng kumpanya ni Cassandra Ong sa isang forum ng renewable energy. At linapitan po ako na meron silang interest kasi doon sa forum po yon nanindigan ako na contrary to the position of many individuals, ang renewable energy, ang solar po ay po pwedeng 100% foreign owned.
Okay.
So, yun po yung konteksto na namit ko po ang kumpanya ni Casio.
Yeah, so when did you first discuss with Miss Cassandra Ong about about you going with her to PAGCOR? When and where did this happen?
Ay, sa same month of July na po, no? Kasi ang palaging kausap ko ay isang CEO ng kumpanya ni Casio na hindi naman po nasa Pilipinas, lumilipad, umaalis. Mukhang MBA type of person po, kaya nga hindi kami nagtagumpay na makakuha ng investment sa kanila, no? So si Casio po ay ang alam ko empleyado lang talaga ng Whirlwind, no? At bago pa nga nalaman ko na nadispalkohan yung Lucky
Mr. Chair,
South.
sorry po. Yes. So
So mga July lang po. July
Yes.
din po, same
So-
month po of July.
So si Cassie Ong is the Cassandra Ong that you're mentioning.
Opo,
no? Okay.
siya po yun, Mr.
So
Chair.
when this first meeting, did she or I presume there were subsequent meetings happened, di ba? Because the first time that you met, sabi mo nga hindi siya connected with the PAGCOR license. Am I correct, no?
Opo, iba po
Tama.
yung
So
representative.
when did the Cassandra Ong approach you and discuss to you about the Pogo and maybe perhaps to accompany her, as you claim you represent the leasing, in this case Whirlwind Company? When did that happen?
Buwan na rin po ng July. Doon po niya sinangguni sa akin na nalaman lang nila dahil nakatanggap na sila ng sulat po sa PAGCOR na naniningil ang PAGCOR.
Would you know, Mr. Chair, Secretary, would you know kung saan ito nangyari?
Yung pag-meeting po
Yes
namin?
po, yung pag-approach niya po sa inyo.
Oo, humingi po sila ng meeting sa isang restaurant dito po sa Resorts World.
So she specifically requested you to go with her to PAGCOR?
Well, ang sabi lang po niya, may problema kami. Ang totoo po niya, ang unang sangguni is, pwede bang idemanda si Dennis Cunanan? I'm sorry to have to say this dahil kilala ko rin po si Dennis Cunanan. No? Ang sabi ko, kumuha ka rin ng ibang abogado kasi kakilala ko si Dennis Cunanan, ang mga anak namin magkakaklase from K to 12 at kapitbahay ko pa. So ang sabi ko na lang is, well, humanap kayo ng ibang abogado pero ang solusyon naman sa problema mo, pwede naman humingi ng rescheduling of payment dyan sa pagkakautang po.
So ang response po niyo doon sa request niya, I presume is, sabi mo nga, sumama ho kayo sa kanya, no, doon sa meeting na yon. So gusto ko lang po on record, Mr. Chair, what was the exact response that you gave her when she approached you about these problems of hers?
Well, ang pag-contact po niya sa akin is anong gagawin. Kasi na-dispalkohan daw yung kanilang lessee na Lucky South, no? So, ang gusto niya is legal action. Eh, ang sabi ko, hanap po kayo ng ibang abogado kasi kakilala ko po yung rinireklamo ninyo, no? At masama dahil kapitbahay ko pa. So, ang sabi ko, baka matutulungan ko naman kayo na magkaroon ng rescheduling of payment dahil pumapayag naman ang mga gobyerno sa rescheduling of payment, lalo na kung hindi naman talaga consistently masama ang payment record.
So at this time, when you met her and asked you, Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque, of these perhaps legal advices, were you already employed by Whirlwind Company?
Hindi pa po. Kasi po, nag-iinganyo nga po ako sa kanila na mamuhunan po sa mga energy projects. So wala pa po kaming professional relationship. It was more of, I wanted them to invest in an energy project po.
Okay, so fast forward po tayo na-claim nyo naman po at na-narrate nyo na nga po na you confirmed that you were present during that meeting with
Opo.
Chairman Tenco, no?
Opo.
Yeah, okay. So, sino pong tumawag? Who called the Chairman Tenco or PAGCOR to arrange this meeting?
Well, ang sekretarya ko po ang nag-arrange ng meeting matapos po na nalaman namin na ang pagre-reschedule ng payment is a board decision.
So, your secretary arranged this meeting when you were still not employed by Whirlwind Company?
Well, by that time po, opo, parang accommodation ko lang po sa Whirlwind. At that time po, wala kaming professional relationship other than patuloy ko pong iniinganyo sila na mamuhunan dun sa energy project.
So, gusto ko lang pong malinawan dito, Mr. Chair, si Cassie Ong approach you do not have any legal or professional relationship with her and told you about her problems with Mr. Dennis Cunanan, and you were not employed at that time during this meeting by Whirlwind Company, and yet you extended the effort of contacting PAGCOR to set up that meeting. Am I correct?
Tama po yun, dahil nga po iniinganyo ko sila na mamuhunan sa proyekto. So parang that's a show of good faith po.
Matanong ko lang po, bakit ho nyo nagawa yun?
Dahil gusto ko po talagang magkaroon ng relasyon sa Whirlwind na sila po yung mamuhunan doon sa mga energy projects na pinupush ko.
Okay. Would you confirm this, Chairman Tenko, that the meeting that was that took place between among you was arranged or requested by the Secretary of Secretary of Attorney Roque?
Gandang umaga po, Congressman Adyong. Yes, on the week prior to July 26, the office of former Secretary Roque got in touch with my office, and they were requesting for a meeting. If it was possible for former Secretary Roque to meet me.
So you confirm.
I confirm.
Yeah, okay, sige.
Congressman.
Secretary, at the time of you and Cassandra's meeting with the Chairman Altenco, alam ko naman on record na sabi dito, but I just want you to confirm, how much was Lucky South's payables to PAGCOR?
Well, ang pagkakaalala ko po ay $500,000 po.
And would you know what these payables are for?
Actually, hindi ko po alam kung ano talaga yung nature ng payment. Ang alam ko lang na dispalkuhan, di umano yung kanilang kliyente na Lucky South, and may demand letter yung PAGCOR na magbayad.
Okay, so so did you tell Cassandra Ong, since sobrang bait nyo naman, in-approach na po kayo, tinulungan nyo po siyang magkaroon ng meeting with Chairman Tenco, and this is even prior to your prior to the hiring ng as legal agent at legal representation ng Whirlwind. Nasabi niyo po ba how would you be able to, for the Lucky Strike to be able to settle these problems with PAGCOR, their problems with PAGCOR?
Well, ang sabi ko po, pwede naman humingi nga ng rescheduling of payment. Pwede naman na bayaran ng gives yung pagkakautang, at pumapayag naman po ang mga korporasyon dyan.
So nasabi din yung po pa, Secretary Roque, that they need to pay these RERs to PAGCOR in order for them to renew their license?
Well, yun nga po ang concern nila, kasi nagulat sila na may pagkakautang sila, at syempre, pag nagkaroon ng pagkakautang yung kanilang kliyente, pwedeng malagay sa alanganin yung kanilang lisensya.
So how did, Mr. Chairs, how did Lucky South 99 respond to that advice of yours?
Hindi po ako nagbigay ng advice sa Lucky South. Alam na po ni Cassie ang consequences para sa Lucky South kung hindi mababayaran yung utang, kasi nag-demand letter po ang PAGCOR. Sinabi na ng PAGCOR na kinakailangan magbayad sila, otherwise magkakaroon ng consequences sa kanilang lisensya. Pero wala po akong communication doon sa Lucky South, so hindi ko po alam kung anong response ng Lucky South.
Yes, okay. So, nagbayad din mo sila ultimately, no? I'm asking Chairman Tenco. Did they able to pay?
Yes, they were able to pay.
Okay.
Congressman.
Was there any payment scheme happen?
Payment scheme?
Yeah, payment scheme arrangement between PAGCOR and Lucky South 99?
Actually, there was no payment scheme, Congressman Adjong. But on that same day of the meeting, they made a payment of $203,000 that showed that there was good faith on their end to settle. And then over time, I think matter of another 60 days, they were able to settle all their arrears with PAGCOR, Congressman Adjong. July, so took them about 6 months to pay off all the balance. So we're looking at close to $300,000 that was paid over time.
So there was no payment scheme, but there was already a payment that happened.
Yes, at the same.
Was the arrears paid in full, or was it in trans?
It was paid in tranches, because on that day, I would like to on that day itself, while we were in a meeting, a payment of $203,000 was made. So the balance was paid over time up to January 2024 already.
Mr. Chair, Secretary Roque, I'm sure you know the nature of why Cassie Ong requested your presence in that meeting. Am I correct? So she would not approach you if she wouldn't probably know that you have, you have some at least your presence is really in need there. Kung sa ordinaryo na tao, hindi naman ho magsasama kung alam na walang impluwensya yung isasama sa opisina. Tama ho ba? So would you know, for example, did Cassandra Ong, I presume, told you about her problems with Mr. Cunanan? And ano po ba yung mga options na nasabi mo sa kanya apart from, say, for example, paying the amount that they need to pay to PAGCOR?
Yung idea po na mag-arrange ng rescheduling para sa mga pagkakautang ay nanggaling sa akin. Dahil ang tanong nga nila is, anong gagawin namin? Nadispalkohan kami, pwede bang idemanda itong Dennis Cunanan? Ang sabi ko, humanap kayo ng ibang abogado, hindi ko pwedeng idemanda yan dahil kakilala ko yan. Pero, ang alam ko, pwede namang ayusin yan sa pamamagitan nga ng paghihingi po ng rescheduling of payment. So, nanggaling po yung initiative ng rescheduling of payment sa akin na. At kampante naman po ako na papayag naman po ang PAGCOR basta nga lang merong show of good faith, no, na meron talagang intent to pay at ma-explain lang kung bakit sila na-delay sa pagbabayad dahil bago naman silang na-dispalkohan, wala naman silang problema po sa pagbabayad sa PAGCOR.
Okay. Mr. Chair, at Secretary Roque, you confirmed the Attorney Fernandez testimony earlier in the previous meeting that you made the follow-ups with PAGCOR regarding the application of Lucky South 99, am I correct?
3 beses po, 2 by text, 1 by telephone call, pero yung telephone call ko po, hindi follow-up. It is only a matter of information na nakahanap na ang Lucky South ng abogado para gumawa ng MPTT na requirement po.
Thank you po. Thank you. Sorry po, Secretary. I'm just wondering po, who requested you to make these follow-ups?
Request po ako ni Cassie Ong kasi ang sabi po niya, hindi raw niya makontak si Attorney Jessa, no? At totoo naman po, doon sa mga tawag ko, talagang busy-busy si Attorney Jessa. So once po, para tanungin ko kung ano yung kulang pang mga documentation, kasi nga po request ako ni Cassie na hindi raw niya makontak. So sabi ko, let's see kung makokontak ko naman, baka timing lang yan.
So you're doing this, hired na po kayo as a lawyer of Whirlwind Company?
Opo, nagsimula na po yung kaso kasi 2 weeks after the meeting on July 26, hinire na po niya kami para dun sa ejectment case at ang first task nga po namin is ma-prevent yung execution na in-issue ng Regional Trial Court ng Angeles.
So alam niyo po Mr. Chair, John Chair, Secretary, that these follow-ups are by nature the lacking documents of Lucky South 99 that they need to comply with PAGCOR. This is directly in relation with their application. Apart from paying the RERs, their application as well for a license nung sa newly amended guidelines ng Secretary. So you would know, for example, of the nature of these follow-ups that it pertains also for their application for the IGL license. Am I correct?
Tama po yan kasi ang pinag-aawayan nga po yung possession dun sa lugar na ginagamit for POGO. So concern po si Cassie as the lessor of Lucky South na kung mawawala naman sila dun sa posisyon, wala na rin silang kontrata doon sa POGO kasi nga po sila yung pinapaalis doon sa possession sa premises na ginagamit para sa POGO po.
So after, yes po.
That will be your last question, Congressman.
Am I be
Adjong.
allowed to continue, Mr. Chair? Or,
So, what is the pleasure of the members?
I will yield my time to Congressman Adjong.
Okay, there's a yielding of his time. So, we'll be allowing Congressman Adjong to... sabagay ko naman ang kasunod si Kit Flores.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
The chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congresswoman Lorna C. Silverio. You can proceed for another 5 minutes.
thank you, Mr. Chair. So after learning about this lacking of documents in the application of Lucky South 99 PAGCOR, sino po ba ang whom do you report this, Secretary? May mga documents ka ba na pinapresent sa kanila that may probably help them to comply ultimately with the request appeal for a license after you have follow up with the PAGCOR and you learned about these lacking documents? To whom do you report this po?
Well, Mr.
Since
Chair,
you are according to you, a lawyer of Whirlwind Company.
Mr. Chair, pinadalan po ako ng listahan ng requirements ni Attorney Jessa at yung Viber mismo sa akin ni Attorney Jessa, pinorward ko lang po kay Cassie Ong.
So have you told or advised Cassandra Ong that Lucky South 99 must also comply?
Finorward ko lang po yung text as is mismo ni Attorney Jessa because those were the lacking documents, no?
So, hindi na ako tayo maging abogado as an ordinary person. When you extend something to a person, especially if you know that this is of legal consequence, agree ho kayo doon. Na kasi tinutulungan nyo, kasi you would not help anybody if you don't agree from the very start of the, say for example, of the request or the application. Would that be correct? On a human level perception, would you at least confirm to this representation that you agree and you may as well support the request of Lucky South 99 for their application for the IGL license?
Hindi naman po. Ganito po kasi yan. Yung pumasok kami sa ejectment, may decision na, meron ng writ of execution na papaalisin sila. So ang aking tanong, lalaban pa ba tayo sa ejectment? Dahil ang issue dyan is, meron ka pa bang kliyente na uupa in the first place? Kung wala nang uupa sa'yo, bakit ka palalaban doon sa ejectment? At in fact, ngayon po, yan ang problema ng Whirlwind, no? Na kapag natalo sila sa possession, bibigay na namin yung problema sa Pogo doon sa may-ari. So, importanteng malaman din po para malaman ko anong strategy na gagawin namin, no? Kung magkakaroon pa sila ng parokyano doon sa paupahan nila. Dahil ulitin ko po ha, nung kinuha nila ako, meron ng writ of execution. So actually, sabi ko, this is actually a 60-40 na matatalo na tayo, no? Na ang aasahan na lang natin ay mapiprevent natin yung execution. Pero dahil talo na sila at meron ng writ of execution, ang tanong din is it worth it to fight kung wala ka rin namang kliyente at hindi rin mabibigyan ng lisensya? So pwede ka na mag-surrender kung ganun po.
Well, I think para sa akin ang pagkakaintindi ko po, no, I'm not refuting your claim, Secretary Roque. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I find it very rather peculiar for a person to extend such assistance if from the very start I do not agree and I do not support such request. So masyado ho kayo mabait, Attorney Roque. Now, you in the previous hearing po, Mr. Chair, Secretary, it was your claim that you were acting as for Whirlwind Company because the Whirlwind Company in this case is the agent or the lessee ng Lucky South 99. Am I correct po, Mr. Chair?
Lessor po sila.
Yes.
Ang
sorry.
lessee po ay Lucky South.
Yes.
Opo.
So tama po. Sorry po. So you confirm that?
Opo, I confirm that po.
So did you help either of these corporations prepare a contract of agency?
Hindi po, kasi wala naman akong relasyon sa kanilang, wala po akong relationship doon sa contractual agreement between the lessor and the lessee.
So if there's no proof that there is a contract of agency, being you as the lawyer, I presume that you are well knowledgeable about law, and as a lawyer to Whirlwind, you would probably ask Whirlwind Company if there is a contract of agency that signed or took place between these two agencies. Would that be rather peculiar for you not to, at least to review if this kind of a relationship between these two entities, considering that you went extended your effort beyond what your call of duty because you have sorry po. You have, gusto ko lang po maintindihan because you even went as further as to arrange a meeting with Lucky South 99 and with PAGCOR. Hindi nyo po hiningi or have you in instance asked for a clear proof and evidence of a contract of agency?
Well, nung punto pong yon, ang alam ko sila ang lessee ng mga cruise. So nakita ko po yung lease contract. Now, sinabi din nila na nagpapaupa sila dyan nga naman in turn sa Lucky South. So nakita ko rin po yung kontrata nila between Whirlwind and Lucky South. So meron po talagang lease contract in turn between Whirlwind and Lucky South. Yun po ang nakita ko.
Okay.
Congressman Adjong, can I interject something?
Yes, please.
Konti lang at medyo nakikinig ako sa inyong discussion. And I wanted to be clarified, Secretary Harry Roque. Kasi there are a lot of corporations, no? Marami. Merong Lucky South 99 corporations, may Lucky South 99 Outsourcing Incorporated, merong Lucky South 99 Group Incorporated, meron Lucky South 99 Limited Incorporated. These are all interconnected yung mga incorporators. So, basically, iba pa to yung sa tinatawag nating whirlwind. Ang whirlwind is more on the real estate. So, ito ang binigyan ng lisensya. Sino ang unang binigyan na lisensya dyan sa tinatawag po nating maraming Lucky South 99?
Hindi ko po alam kasi kahit kailan wala pa ako naging relasyon po sa Lucky South.
Please answer truthfully. I think you are hiding something. And later on, we will be finding it out.
So, I have here, Mr. Chair, and I would like to cite itong lease agreement between, and by the way, may I ask, Secretary Roque, and maybe Chairman Tenko, would you know in that meeting who represented whom? I mean, these are two entities, no? Whirlwind Company and South Lucky 9. Would you know which or either of the two, Secretary Roque and and Kasi Ong, represented whom or what?
Well, Congressman Adjong.
Or are you still also confused at that time because you thought they're still the same, one and the same?
No, first of all, very clear in my mind, and I was in fact conferring with Attorney Jessa earlier. There was no discussion on Whirlwind during that said meeting. And I think more important to note is the fact that Whirlwind has no relationship with PAGCOR, because Whirlwind was never given a license, nor Whirlwind had any other reason why PAGCOR will deal with, or Whirlwind will deal with PAGCOR, because for us, Whirlwind does not exist. Because they never had a license, they never applied for a license, they were never issued a license in the previous administration. So, sa amin pong dalawa ni Attorney Fernandez, maliwanag po sa amin, nagpunta si Kasi Ong doon, hindi naman po tungkol sa Whirlwind eh. Nagpunta po si Kasi Ong doon para ipakiusap yung arrears ng Lucky South 99 na currently, during the time, ay isang license holder ng PAGCOR. Dahil nabigyan po sila ng lisensya noong nakarang administrasyon ng PAGCOR, hindi po sa administrasyon. So, yun po ang tunay na ipinakikiusap ni Cassandra Kasi Leong at ni Attorney Harry Roque. So, yun po hindi po kami nakukonfuse, Congressman Adjong, sapagkat wala po namang relasyon kami sa Whirlwind eh. At never was there any discussion about Whirlwind during that brief meeting with Attorney Roque and Cassandra Leong, together with PAGCOR AVP Jessa Fernandez.
Thank you, Chairman. Secretary Roque, what is your take on that? Kasi mukhang klaro naman ata kay Secretary Tenko that you were there in that meeting, and you were with Kasi Ong, who apparently was connected. I guess she's still connected with Lucky South 99. How can you convince us that there has nothing to do, your presence there has nothing to do with Lucky South 99, Mr. Chair? That you were there simply because you are representing Whirlwind Company, whose legal services that you have signed with this company is purely limited to the case that you have filed prior to your being hired by this company. So doon lang ako nagkaka-confuse. I'll give you, Mr. Chair, I'll give you time, Mr. Chair, to respond to that.
Yes, maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Nandun po si Cassandra Ong bilang ahente ng Lucky South. Pero gaya ng sinasabi ko, yung pagiging ahente niya does not make her a shareholder or an officer of Lucky South. And since I represented an agent, ang ibig sabihin po, ang kliyente ko yung ahente. Wala po pagkakaiba yan, for instance, dun sa mga ground handler sa airport. Pwede ko maging kliyente yung ground handler, for instance, yung Mia Score. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nyo na palibasa nagbibigay ng serbisyo ang Mia Score sa Cathay, kliyente ko yung Cathay. So I rendered service to an agent of Lucky South, and obviously she was there to make sure that the interests of their principal would be protected dahil nga nadispalkuhan siya. So the answer is, Kasi Ong was there as an agent. And in fact, in the rules of PAGCOR, kinakailangan magkaroon sila ng representative, an agent who will represent the different licenses with PAGCOR. And it is not a requirement that the agent becomes a shareholder or an officer. In fact, after that meeting, was when Sandra Ong became a representative of Lucky Star. And if the good chairman will recall, kasi sabi ko, naalala ko, sabi niya, naku yan, Dennis Cunanan, palitan niyo yan. Hindi mabuting tao yan, no? Palitan mo na yan. At after that meeting, naging representative po si Cassie Ong ng Lucky South. But during the meeting po, on record na representative was still Dennis Cunanan, which Mr. Cunanan disputed the last time. Sabi niya, a month before, hindi na raw siya ang representative. Pero sa officially in the records of PAGCOR, I am 100% sure po, as of the date that we met, it was still Dennis Cunanan. Kaya nga po kinakailangang tulungan si Sandra Ong kasi pwedeng hindi siya pansinin eh. Dahil bakit ka papansin ng PAGCOR, hindi ka naman representative ng licensee nila. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And this happened despite the fact that you were hired by Wilwin Company, not on any way connected with Lucky South 99. Mr.
Opo.
Chair, yes, no, that's a manifestation. I do not require any response to that, Secretary po. So makikita nyo po, kaya po kami nako-confuse that these are two entities, corporations, and yet the person running these companies are one and the same. So andito po, Mr. Chair, nung unang list, Cassandra Ong, sa lessor, Wilwin Company, I'm sorry, Stefan Mascareñas, Wilwin Company, sub-lessor siya, Catherine Cassandra Ong, Lisi, Lucky South 99, tapos sa pangalawang kontrata, nagpalit. Si Miss Sandra Ong naman ngayon, ang lessor. At ang Lisi is Miss Rolilyn Baterna, Mr. Chair. And also, it is quite, parang nakaka-striking din yung isa sa mga sa dokumentong ito that this was signed by the same lawyer, Attorney Maria Gracia Dioco. Same po, same ang nag-notarize po ng dokumentong ito. So ibig sabihin sa mga ating mga nanonood po, klaro na po na tama, dalawang company ito, dalawang kumpanya, pero run by the same person. I'd like to ask Secretary Roque, did you do your due diligence in finding out that Miss Cassandra Ong used to be, or in this case, siyang magiging lessor ng Wilwin Company at hindi ng Lucky South, which you claimed trying to distance yourself from that company na palang allergic kayo sa Lucky South 99. Did you do your diligence? And I think, Mr. Chair, no, with all your services to this nation, Secretary Roque, paniwala po ako na isa ho kayo sa magaling na abogado. At hanggang ngayon po, mataas po respeto ko ho sa inyo. Pero basic lang po, no, rudimentary. I think this is being taught in law school. You have to do your due diligence before accepting any client. Have you at least asked Miss Cassandra Ong, were you in any way connected with Whirlwind Company or Lucky Strike 99? Hindi niyo yun tinanong. I think, no, I do not, Mr. Chair, Secretary, no, I do not question your knowledge on sa pagdating po sa batas. Sabi ko nga po, mataas po ang respeto ko sa inyo. Ang hindi ko lang maintindihan, perhaps I share this with our common tao, the average-minded person listening to us and watching this committee hearing. But, nagkaganon. If we follow your logic, Mr. Chair, and your justification that you are exclusively limiting your services to this particular case that you have filed involving eviction cases or eviction case, why did you have to go to PAGCOR's meeting and then make some follow-ups? And then it apparently, based on these records, same Cassandra Ong, who at the time when you approached PAGCOR and with the meeting, yung license nila ay naging connect din sa sa Whirlwind Company, which you yourself said na yun lang dun yun ko maintindihan. Sinasabi niyo ngayon sa committee ito that you are limited, you find it not material anymore to ask Whirlwind Company or Lucky South 99 with in terms of their contract with Lucky South 99, and yet kasi limited ka lang doon sa eviction, and yet you went overboard. Yun po hindi ko maintindihan. Which in this case, Mr. Chair, masyado na mahaba yung pagtatanong ko. I'm sure many of our colleagues here would ask similar questions kasi dun ho nagkakaroon ng problema. Inamin naman po ni Secretary Roque na sa law sa practice of law, and this was the question I asked him in the previous committee hearing, that hindi naman kailangan talaga ng magkaroon ng formality that you have to sign with your kasi pag law yung definition po ng Supreme Court yung practice of law, and I agree with him now. He agrees with how the Congresswoman Beatrix Luistro. Now I'd like to, Mr. Chair, and this is not in any way to contest or to even engage in legal discussion with Secretary Roque. Who am I to contest his legal opinion on the matter? But this is already a decided case, pertains to the lawyer-client relationship, no? Very much connected with the sinasabi ng Supreme Court definition nila with the practice of law. Kasi nga po yung participation po ni Secretary Roque dito sa usapang ito, yung legal services na binigay niya according to him sa Wheelwheel Company. And in Burby versus Magulta, sinabi po, a lawyer-client relationship was established from the very first moment complainant asked respondent for legal advices regarding the former's business. To constitute professional employment, it is not essential that the client employed the attorney professionally on any previous occasion. It is not necessary that any retainer be paid, promised, or charged. Neither it is material. Tingnan, Mr. Chair. And with this new development that we learned na dalawang entities, similar persons running these companies, whatever explanation that we have from Secretary Roque, the bottom line, Mr. Chair, is it benefited a lot Lucky South 99, which is far from the legal services he was offered and accepted by him between himself, Mr. Chair, and Whirlwind Company. Thank you, Mr. Chair,
Okay,
for that
Mr.
opportunity.
Chair.
Marami pong salamat,
Mr.
Secretary
Chair,
Roque,
if you please.
sa inyong response.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you,
Mr.
Wilson.
Chair, could I briefly just cite also a case?
Yes, you have 2 minutes. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
I do not dispute that case po kasi sinasabi lang doon, hindi kinakailangan magbayad ng attorney's fee, hindi kinakailangan magpirmahan. Pero
Mr. Chair, that
itong
was not
kasi
a
po
question.
ito,
That was manifested.
Wait.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Point of order, Mr.
Apa.
Chair. Point of order,
Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
point of
Apa,
order.
Wala mo nang this chair is speaking. Okay,
Wait.
what's the pleasure of Congressman Adjong?
That was a manifestation, Mr. Chair. It wasn't a question.
So
So
no.
with all due respect po to Secretary Roque, whom I still respect, I do not need any response from him.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ngayon, ikaw, bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.